It looks like we're all here, so we're going to get started. So first, before we get started with some of our remarks, I'm going to do an official calling to order of the Youth and Family Services monthly board meeting. So we've combined this event and our end of the year meeting, and so I'm officially calling that to order. And it's our most fun meeting of the year, I can tell you that. And we also want to acknowledge Westwood Media Center, who's recording this evening's ceremony, for viewing later on their platforms. So anybody who'd like to see it or show it to anyone, you can go to Westwood Media Center to see that. And next up, a bit of board business for Youth and Family Services. We want to recognize our outgoing Youth and Family Services student board members who serve over their junior and senior year and give such helpful insight and perspective to the rest of the adults on the board. I'll welcome Mary Ellen LaRose up to do that part of things.
So just as Danielle said, we have 5 outgoing senior board members. I'm looking around. I'm not sure if they're I don't think any of them are here, but that's all right. No, thanks nonetheless to them giving of their time and service to the board and helping us to continue our mission of serving the youth of Westwood. So we're very grateful to them. And those individuals are Brian Cole, Melissa DePina, Maeve Hutton, Paul Marino, and Eli Wasserman. So thank you to them, and we wish them all the best as they move on next year to their next chapter. So thank you.
All right, and we're also going to bring up someone from the Westwood Rotary because this is a collaboration, so both of our groups are here tonight. I'll welcome up Lori Favreau. It's always good to start with applause.
You don't need to do that. Good evening, everyone. First thing I'd like to do is start with the Pledge of Allegiance, so if we could all turn to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I also would, if you would bow your heads. May those assembled here this evening enjoy the many offerings of Rotary. May we abide by the rules we have established, those of trust, fellowship, and ethics. And may we place service above self in our daily endeavors. And may we always test ourselves in our efforts to be sure they are the truth, good for all concerned, of benefit to mankind, and provide peace and understanding. Thank you. Rotary has been a part of this for a number of years, and it is always an honor for us to be involved with this. We had the great pleasure of selecting 5 outstanding and upstanding young adults. I am going to say their first name because I am not going to attempt your last name, so I apologize for that. So we have Ali, Timmy, Jack, Yvette, and Sophia. Congratulations to you young people and to your families. It's a wonderful time. And I'm going to turn it over to Danielle to present the awards. Thank you all.
Thank you, Lori. All right. I just want to make sure that everybody in the back can hear me with just my regular voice. Okay, great. So thanks to everyone for joining us here tonight to celebrate these young people and their commitment to service. I'd like to give a special thanks to Mary Ellen LaRose from the Youth and Family Services Department. We can clap for Mary Ellen, for sure. Yeah. Any opportunity. And also to Lori, who you just met, Lori Favreau of the Westwood Rotary, as they are responsible for all of the planning and organization around the Recognize the Youth program and tonight's award ceremony. Thanks, too, to Westwood Media Center here in the back for being here to record tonight's event so that it can be viewed by others in the community and by family members who are not able to be here tonight. So this is the 22nd year of the Recognize the Youth Awards in Westwood, and I know I speak for the whole of the Youth and Family Services Department and the Rotary Club in saying that we feel so privileged to be here for another year of recognizing the extraordinary good works done by these award recipients. Before I introduce each of them and talk about their service, I just want to say a few words about why the Youth and Family Services Department and the Rotary Club created the Recognize the Youth Awards back in 2000 and have held this ceremony each year since. So at Youth and Family Services, we're a town department, and our mission is to support the healthy development of Westwood young people between the ages of 4 and 18 and their families. And the Rotary is committed to making lasting change in their communities and also around the world. Because of the work that we do, we know, like most of you do, that community service makes communities stronger, that it helps those most in need, that it creates lasting change, and that it is a practice that's often passed down through families, modeled from older generations to younger. And we also know some things that you might not know about community service, that those who regularly do community service stay healthier, both physically and mentally, throughout their lives, that they enjoy more social connection throughout their lives, that they have lower rates of anxiety and depression, cope better during stressful times, and continue to serve all of the communities to which they belong, and to find ways to bring their talents into service throughout their lives. Knowing all of this, what a wonderful gift community service is to both those receiving it and those doing it, it makes sense that we would work together to recognize young people who have already shown an extraordinary commitment to community service in their very early years. So let's hear more about and from this year's Ray Award recipients. First up, we have Sophia Ruthier. And I'm looking around so I can see Sophia. Hi, Sophia. So Sophia is an 8th grader at the Thurston Middle School. She was nominated by Miss Denise Collins, a teacher at the Thurston and the head of the Red Team. Throughout her time at Thurston, Sophia has participated in numerous plays and musicals and currently serves as a peer leader to 6th grade advisory group. She has helped to organize a number of fundraisers at the school, including one where students made blankets for those struggling with mental health concerns. In Denise's nomination, she remarked that Sophia is always a positive source for her friends and adults at Thurston. She is always making sure everyone is included and has what they need for a good day. She's known for bringing in baked goods to share if she knows someone needs some cheering up. Outside of school, Sophia teaches a CCD class and also works at Chiara Bistro. So I'm going to welcome Sophia to come up, and I'll have her answer her question for the group. Great job, Sophia. Great job. All right, come on up. So Sophia, we asked each of the recipients to tell us a question that they would like to answer. And your question is, why do you think community service is important?
I think community service is important because you're not only helping yourself, but you're also helping others because you're getting an experience from yourself, but you're also making sure that others have what they need, and by giving them something that they don't have, or by sharing your emotions with them and sharing empathy and just having the compassion to help others just makes you feel better about what you're doing, and it shows that you're actually doing something that can help other people.
That's wonderful. Let me give these things to you, Sophia. Someone from Rotary, a gift card, and please accept these flowers. Mary's going to get a picture. One of them first. All right. Next up, we have Ali Tarek. Hi, Ali. So Ali is a junior at Westwood High School. He was nominated by 3 individuals: Heather Cote, the high school's performing arts chair, Mallory McKieran, a guidance counselor at the high school, and Mohammed Zaman from the Islamic Center of Wayland. At the high school, Ali is involved with passing notes, an a cappella singing group, participates in plays and musicals, the robotics club, the Tri-M Music Honors Society, the tennis team, legislative council, and Latarse, the Let's Talk About Race, Culture, and Ethnicity club. In Heather's nomination, she noted that Ali is a role model in the music ensemble, and students look up to him. Heather says, he is approachable, kind, and mature. He is a strong leader, always willing to lend a hand and help. Mallory remarked that Ali is currently working on creating an app to assist the elderly population in keeping their memory sharp. as he has witnessed the effects of memory degeneration and wants to assist with this social cause. In Mohammed's nomination of Ali, he mentioned that Ali is an amazing youth who has been helping this year as a teaching assistant at the Islamic Center. He is incredibly hardworking and has always performed well to ensure that every assigned task is completed fully. He brightens up each of my Sundays when he walks in the classroom. Outside of school, Ali has volunteered at the Westwood Public Library for the last 6 years. You must be very familiar with the space we're in today. He is a Boy Scout and a member of Music Matters, a program at the Westwood Council on Aging. And Ali, I'm going to welcome you up. All right. So we have the same question for you, Ali. Why do you think community service is important?
I believe community service is important because it allows us to appreciate those who helped us initially. As a Westwood High School student, a Boy Scout, and a teacher's assistant at the Wayland Islamic Center of Boston, I've been able to, through service hour projects and teaching those younger than me, I've been able to give back to the community. So I really think that community service can help everyone because it allows us to retain our humility. It allows us to appreciate those who helped us when we were weak, and it allows us overall to give back to the community. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next up we have a pair, a dynamic duo, if you will. Timmy Donovan and Jack Stewart. And I see you guys right there up front. So let me tell you a little bit about what they have been up to. Timmy and Jack were nominated by Dr. Asanka Saviana Mooring, a volunteer for the Westwood Recreation Department and a member of the Special Education Parent Council, or CPAC, here in Westwood, and mom to 2 neurodiverse children. Timmy and Jack are both freshmen at Westwood High School. And this past school year, Timmy and Jack were the very first volunteers for Friends Connect, a pilot project designed to cultivate social connections between Westwood's neurodiverse children and their peers in a recreational setting. In her nomination, Asanka noted that every Wednesday afternoon, Jack and Timmy arrived promptly at the start of session with a positive attitude and a smile, ready to learn and implement new skills on the go. As friendship guides, they were tasked with encouraging collaborative problem solving and self-advocacy between a neurodiverse student and their neurotypical peer. They took charge of their on-the-job training right from the get-go by asking insightful questions about how to facilitate positive peer-to-peer social interactions and the ins and outs of helping students read social cues with empathy. They enthusiastically carried out role-play scenarios, modeling expectations, and diligently parsed events and actions surrounding youth behavior in terms of cause and motivation, while keeping meticulous records about everything that was unfolding in real time. It was impressive to see them go from shadowing a behavior technician at the start to autonomous friendship guides by the end of the program. Both Timmy and Jack also play Westwood Youth Lacrosse and assist in lacrosse's annual food drive for the Westwood Food Pantry. Jack is a counselor in training at Hale Day Camp, and Timmy volunteers with St. Margaret Mary Church. So I'm going to welcome these 2 gentlemen up, and we'll give them their questions. Come right up. Jack, you're going to go first. And we have the same question of why do you, Jack, think community service is important?
So a benefit of volunteering is helping others in need. Giving time and energy is worth it because it makes a difference in the lives of others. Volunteering also gives you the opportunity to meet new people and make new friends while working together to make the world a better place. When people volunteer, they become part of a community with those working at the organization and with people they are working to serve. Those connections are very important in bringing our community together after the isolation of COVID. Volunteering provides the opportunity to learn new skills that you didn't have before. I'm grateful for the opportunity to volunteer and would like to thank the Youth and Family Services for this award.
So Timmy has a different question And that is to describe one of your favorite situations when providing community service.
So one of my favorite situations was just seeing like the smile on the kids' faces and like every day coming in and just being genuinely happy. And that made me feel very special about the experience.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Thank you. I'll have you come right here. I'll take a picture. Okay. And last but not least, we have Yvette Easton. Yvette is a junior at Westwood High School. She was nominated by Joshua LeMay, a member of the management team at the Highland Glen Apartments here in Westwood. In the summer after 8th grade, Yvette and her younger brother approached the management team at Highland Glen Apartments about performing interactive piano concerts on site. Her initial goal was to share her love of piano with older residents in our community, helping to bridge the generation gap. They selected, practiced, and played music from Sweet Caroline to Bach. They connected with residents between songs with jokes, stories, and other sharing. They performed 2 to 3 programs per year, including joining residents in playing bingo and other activities. During COVID-19, they stayed connected with a holiday musical video. This year, Yvette organized a group of high school classmates to volunteer at Highland Glen once per semester, meeting residents through games, musical trivia, and other activities. In his nomination, Joshua noted, Yvette has shown that she has a level of dedication to the community and service that is rarely seen at her age. Research has shown that music can have a profound effect on health. Through her actions and time spent at Highland Glen, Yvette undoubtedly had a positive effect on the community's health. At points, this has been immediately visible. During the piano performances, residents have opened up, sang, and danced. At Westwood High School, Yvette has served as class president for the last 3 years. She is a member of the varsity volleyball and tennis teams. She is co-president of the Literary Club and editor of the Literary Magazine. She is a member of the French Honor Society, the Key Club, the Women's Activism Club, and Legislative Council. Yvette, come on up. So Yvette, we'd like to have you describe one of your favorite situations when providing community service.
Sure. Well, first, I just want to say thank you to the Rotary Club and Westwood Youth and Family Services and Selection Committee, and also my nominator who couldn't be here today, but Josh, wherever you are, thank you. I think my favorite memory was when, after I played a piano performance, I came off the stage and I had a nice conversation with one of the ladies. Her name was Mary. And after the conversation, towards the end, she was like, Yvette, you look almost exactly like, and you remind me of my granddaughter. And she even like reached out and touched my hair, and she was like, are you real? And I was like, I just felt really special because being able to be that face for many residents who can't see their grandkids on a day-to-day basis meant a lot to me. And it's also personal to me because my grandparents aren't near. They live in Iowa, and so I can't see them on a day-to-day basis. And so it's really great to make those connections and make memories with wonderful people. So thank you.
Thank you. So that is our short and sweet award ceremony. We know that you guys all have things to get to, but we just want to thank you again for coming and for joining in this celebration. And we want to thank everybody for the support of these young people, because we know that as busy as they are and all the good works that they're doing, they have people behind them, supporting them as they do that great work. So thank you again. Thanks to all of our recipients. And I will officially adjourn our Youth and Family Services Board meeting and this event. And we hope you'll all mingle and grab some refreshments on your way out. Thank you.